Hello, my friends. Welcome back to English Unleashed, the podcast where you learn real English slowly, clearly, and confidently. I'm Ben, and in today's episode, we will discuss something very important. Are you tired of not understanding what you hear in English? Do you want to catch every word, every sentence, and every idea? You're not alone. Today, I will teach you active listening techniques that will help you become a confident English listener. Listening can be hard. Native speakers talk fast, use difficult words, and sometimes mumble, which means they speak unclearly. But don't worry. Today I will guide you through active listening techniques that will help you listen, shadow, and grow with me. So find a quiet place, get comfortable, take a deep breath, and let's begin. What is active listening? It means you don't just hear English, you really try to understand it. You stay focused and pay attention when people speak. There are many sounds and words, but active listening is not about catching every single word. It's about listening with purpose, trying to understand the message, not just the sounds. Sometimes we listen passively, letting the speaker talk while our minds wander. Maybe because we're tired or distracted. Active listening is different. When you listen actively, you give your full attention to the speaker. You want to know what they are trying to say, what the main idea is. You use your brain, not just your ears. This is very important for learning English because when you listen actively, your brain works harder and learns faster. You connect words to meaning and sound to understanding. Remember, active listening is about focus, thinking while listening, and understanding ideas, not just words. When you listen this way, your English will improve, you will understand more, and over time, listening will become easier and more enjoyable. Now, let's explore how you can become a better active listener step by step. The first technique is to predict before you listen. Predicting means making a smart guess about what will happen before you start listening. This helps your brain get ready by thinking about possible words, ideas, and topics. For example, if you're about to listen to a podcast about food, you might ask yourself if they will talk about cooking, fruits, vegetables, or tastes like sweet or spicy. When you think like this before listening, your brain becomes more active and ready to catch the meaning faster. Another example is watching a video about travel. Before it starts, ask yourself if you might hear words like ticket, passport, or flight. Even if your guess isn't perfect, it warms up your brain, just like warming up before exercise helps your body move better. So try this simple habit before you listen. Stop for 10 seconds and ask yourself what the topic might be and what you expect to hear. This small step makes a big difference. The second technique is to listen for main ideas, not every word. Many learners make the mistake of trying to understand every single word. But you don't need to do that to get the message. Native speakers often use new words, idioms, or slang that you might not know, and that's okay. Instead, focus on the main idea and the big picture. Ask yourself what the speaker is talking about and what the main point is. For example, if someone says, "I didn't go to the party because I had a splitting headache," you might not know the word splitting, but you understand that they didn't go to the party and had a headache, so that's why they stayed home. Another example is, "We ran into some unexpected delays at the airport, but we finally made it to Paris last night, even if unexpected." Or, Delays are new words. You get the important parts. Something happened at the airport. It caused a problem, but they arrived in Paris. When you watch a movie or listen to a podcast, your goal is to understand the message, not translate every word. If you understand 60%, that's a good start. Over time, your understanding will grow, and your brain will fill in the missing pieces more easily. So don't panic if you hear a new word. Just keep going. Listen more than once, stay calm, and focus on the main message. The third technique is to listen more than once. Many learners forget this, but it's very powerful. Don't listen just one time. Listen 2, 3, or more times. The first time, your brain is just getting used to the speaker's voice, speed, and accent. You might understand only a little, and that's okay. The second time, your brain is ready and you hear more words, the rhythm, and how the speaker connects words. The third time, you might notice small details, expressions, or feelings in the speaker's voice. Listening happens little by little, layer by layer, like music. When you hear a song many times, you start to sing along and feel the music. It's the same with English. So don't worry if you don't understand everything the first time. That's normal. Good listeners listen more than once, repeat the audio, pause, and listen again. You can do this too. Start with this podcast, listen once, then again, then again. Each time you understand more, your brain becomes stronger and your confidence grows. One time is not enough. 2 or 3 times is much better. The fourth technique is to use context to guess new words. Context means the other words around the new word, the story, or the feeling in the sentence. When you don't know a word, look at the words before and after it, and think about what is happening in the conversation. For example, if someone says, "I was starving, so I ate 3 sandwiches." You might not know, starving, but since they ate 3 sandwiches, you can guess it means very hungry. Another example is, "We had to cancel the picnic because it started pouring." You might not know, pouring. But since they canceled the picnic, you can guess it means heavy rain. You don't always need a dictionary. Just think about the situation and the story. Native speakers do this too, even in their own language. So next time you hear a new word, don't stop or panic. Look at the sentence, listen to the tone, think about the topic, and ask yourself what the word could mean. If it's important, check it later, but for now, keep going. Your brain is smart and will help you. This is how good listeners understand more, even when some words are new. The last technique for today is don't multitask. Stay focused. Multitasking means trying to do 2 or more things at the same time, like listening to English while checking your phone, watching a video while cooking, or playing English audio while writing an email. It might seem like a good idea to save time, but multitasking doesn't work well for learning. When you do 2 things at once, your brain can't focus fully, so you miss words and forget what you heard. Your brain needs full attention, especially when learning a language. Instead, create a short English time every day, even just 10 to 15 minutes, and do only one thing. Listen carefully with focus. No phone, no distractions, no walking around, just listening. You can close your eyes or watch the speaker's face if it's a video. Be present. When your brain is focused, you learn faster, understand more, and enjoy the process. Think of it like a conversation with a friend. You wouldn't look at your phone while they're talking, because that would be rude. You look at them, listen, and care. Treat English the same way. Give it your time and focus, even for a few minutes each day. It makes a big difference. Thank you for joining me today and for listening. I'm Ben, and this is English Unleashed. Keep listening, keep learning, and keep believing in yourself. Bye for now.